Caio SOUZA of Brazil, the reigning two-time Pan American champion on vault, and he also won the South American Games vault title last month. He's been in excellent form on this apparatus lately. Gentleman from Rio de Janeiro, 5th strongest in qualification.
You can never count him out either. Starts off with a Dragolescu.
Not a bad beginning from Caio SOUZA. Quite a pike landing and a big jump forward, but absolutely one cannot count him out.
This is the kind of difficulty that we will see very typically in this final. Handspring double front with a half twist. Yes, he was slightly compressed on the landing, which necessitated the hop forward. He will lose a few tenths of execution deduction for that. He will not have a penalty for going outside of the tram lines. The gymnast doesn't land in the center of the mat. They risk losing 0.1 or 0.3.
And he does stabilize it well, doesn't he, actually? There's a danger when you land like that the hands can go down, but Caio SOUZA is experienced enough to rectify that with that little hop.
He's certainly got excellent reflexes as he hits the mat. He knows where he is and he knows the adjustment that he needs to make.
We wait for the first score to come in. It was 14.533 in qualification. His second vault was the highest scoring marginally from an execution perspective. 14.333, and much of that really attributable to the landing, the drop of a couple of tenths, but it's a solid beginning from Caio SOUZA. The first Brazilian man ever to win the all-around title at the Pan American Games, Caio SOUZA. We cannot state strongly enough just how dominant he's been on his continent. Lots of power.
Oh, very nice, and very nice in the air as well. Yes, there was a rather large step off to the side. What happens before the hands hit the table? The repulsion phase, which is when the gymnast's hands are on the table, and then the second flight, which is everything that happens from here until he lands. And the second flight was very nice, a tight twist. However, he does take a step back that is greater than the width of his shoulders, so he will have a deduction of at least 0.3 of a point. Still, beautiful vault, beautiful vaulting.
He's technically very sound, isn't he, Caio SOUZA? Lovely straight line, absolutely in alignment.
This vault comes from a different family than the first vault that we saw. In apparatus finals, gymnasts have to do vaults from 2 different vault groups, and the groups are categorized by how you come onto the vaulting table.
And that can often be the case in an apparatus final. 14.5 for Caio SOUZA, down by 1/10